Nice. I did the thing, I said the thing, and everyone said I was willing to say the thing, and the number. Day 69. Whoa. Alright, what are today's options? Let's see. We're looking for a use for the key of Ares still. Figuring out how to open the blue door. We're drafting blue rooms in the 8th rank. Taking the telescope to the planetarium. We solved Epson's cipher. And then I didn't add it to my notes. Because I'm very smart. Cool, good job, me. Let's... It was... Still water tints blank books. There we go. Kind of important to keep track of what it actually said. What do we got here? The root cellar, the schoolhouse, the tomb. Are any of these helpful at all? We could try drafting more schoolhouse rooms on the 8th rank. Maybe? Is that an ideal use of my time? Is that a worthwhile experiment? The tomb is stupid, and the root cellar is fine, but not amazing. Because we don't even really have the purpose of being able to, like, one of the biggest things, because like early on it was like, oh, look at this chance to get all these resources I need. But now we rarely need the resources. Starting this run with 3 keys, which is weird in its own way. Hey, I had the key card. But even if you're trying to do an experiment that triggers, I just drew the library immediately. Sure. Even if we do an experiment that triggers on digging, we're running out of uses for those too. This would be a good chance to see if there's blank book. That's a blank book. Okay. Reading. Ding. Okay. Yeah, that's a blank book in the library. Is everyone over here? Okay. So not so much in my memory because they're not interactive. That makes sense. If I was paging through a blank book, I would have been like, oh, what's up with this thing? Ooh, an item. Guiding compass. Yeah, this is where I originally learned about the gear wrench and the repellent spray, and I was like, what? Where are these items in the game? I've never seen them before. Mm-hmm. These hinted at some of the variations of upgrades you could have. Yeah, the hall pass. I remember that being the other one that I'm like, where I'm like, what is that? Okay. So library is not terribly useful, but it does have blank books in it, and that's probably where I need to go with still water. You know, still water. Still water. As opposed to rushing rivers. Still drafting the conservatory constantly, apparently. I've now spent 70 gems on the observatory, outpacing the cloister arena. Which is impressive because the observatory is not expensive, but I do spawn 2 of them in many runs. The dormitory is my most avoided. It's just not useful. It does, like, based on the language, it sounds very restrictive on what you have to do to get the 10 steps. That just seems like an annoying room that just gives you some lore about, it seems to give you a little bit of lore about Kororika, and other than that, it's like, kind of trash. It just seems like too much of a hassle to get the effect out of it, compared to anything else. Alright, so we want to draw a classroom, because my goal is to then be able to draw a second classroom in the blue area, or any numbers of classrooms beyond the second classroom. But from here on out, I probably want to stop drawing classrooms, because there it is. Because if I drew the second classroom, we'll skip it. If they do give me different notes, that means I need to document the individual days of classrooms, because there are 9 classrooms that all might have their own thing. Let's do the redraw. What can I get? Anything cool? The dice. Let's do the dice. Gotta optimize. It feels like a not great thing to put in the corner in the grand scheme of things, but in the current situation we're in where we're just trying to get the blue memos, every time I get dice is good because it gives me a chance to re-roll the dumb shit that I get instead of blue rooms once I'm in the 8th rank. And is now what's truly important. Can I have the commissary now? The workshop's fine, because we did do the... Yeah, I did do the workshop. Isn't it just nice, knowing that the workshop's common now? It will not stop spamming the dormitory at me. Feeling weirdly targeted right now. I think I'm gonna have to cave into a classroom just because it'll let me go the right way, so... Won't be learning grade 2's notes today, if there is one, but it keeps trying to give me just the dormitory. It's like, Jesus, can I have an open layout a little bit? A den, but in the awkward direction. It keeps drawing the dormitory! Why is it doing that? Wait, is that a thing? Does the library spawn... Ooh, hallway. Does the library, if you read the memo about your least drawn room, does it then start spamming you with your least drawn room? Is that like a trick to spawn it so that you can get the effect or something? Like, I wouldn't put it past the game. I want casino for the game of chance just for a second, just because it's fun to spend 100 on it, given I'm running out of value for money anyway. But I don't want the casino to point me in the wrong direction. I guess we're just going straight to rank 8 today. Kind of wanted to fill in the lower ranks a little bit better, but we really did just snake straight up here, and the layout fought me the whole way. Now it's like, well, whatever. So this is the penultimate one. And it's kind of an acceptable spot to put... Yeah, let's do the parlor because it can give me some gems, and I'm low on those. Statements containing the word statements are always true. That's recursive. Both statements on the black box are false. The gems are in the box with a true statement. This is the second statement on this box. Okay, so that's true. So you're false, because they aren't both false. So this one's 100% false. And then one of these two has to be completely true. The gems are in the box with a true statement. This is the second statement on the box. A true statement. This is 2 true statements. Is that wrong in some way? Statements. Well, you're wrong, so that means you're wrong, so it just has to be the black one. Because the true statement has the box. Ta-da! Yeah, I played a video game or two. What of it? The commissary kills me. Okay. To the chapel. I have nothing in my inventory right now. This is a weird way to start a run. Some of the stuff goes against all my instincts. Oof. Classroom technically works. I guess let's just find out if it has a new note or not. This is grade 3. Where was it last time? I am amused that my initial... There we go. Okay, that's definitely new. Let's get the blue notes folder open. Classroom G3 note. Because there's apparently a variety of classroom notes. So I need to change the other one to be G1. Now we have 2 grades of classroom notes. Means I need to do classroom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and FE for final exam. Where's my marker for crossing these out? We've done 1 and 3 now. Good to know. I don't know if all these are necessary, but I'm obviously going to keep farming clues for as long as I have game to figure out, because they might point there. The scientific foundation of architectural drafting, combining advanced principles of spatial suspension and temporal anchoring, was developed and refined at the Farias High Institute of Costa Rica at the beginning of their realm's 15th era. Huh. The origins of drafting. This does amount to being another clue that Costa Rica is the college country, basically. I don't know if you would need that at this point. Maybe, because you probably could have. Uh-oh. Yeah, our layout's getting pretty bad here. None of these let me go right, so this whole area is closed off unless I can go forward through here. So we really need to get a blue room that goes forward. The good news is I'm in a classroom, so I can just keep doing the classroom redraws until one of these goes straight. Rumpus room, we've already done, so we don't want that one. We've also done the break room before, and I don't think I can open the door for the antechamber. Really, could really use a forward moving. Ooh, the attic. Okay, what is the bottom of the thingy? Greenhouse or weight room? I don't know if we'll be able to open the bottom lever, the bottom door. And it'd be hard to reach the left one. I'm also curious about the attic. Do I just go for it? Cut this run short? Why not? I got the attic. I don't have any good loot this run. I might just like make this be a 10-minute run and just get the few notes and accept that. So at the end of the day, we're just trying to get the lore from these things. Blue note. Blue note? Please? Cluttered rooms are my fear. There's so many places it might be. Oh! SHS was born 3 years after HSS. Okay. Attic note. What do I... Is it S. Herbert Sinclair? That's probably Herbert. That's Herbert S. Sinclair, probably. Why... Simon. His brother was Simon. Simon and Herbert something Sinclair. They're 3 years apart in age. What, do we care about their ages? Though? I don't know. I may have ruined this run, but it doesn't really matter necessarily. Sorry, I guess when we... 69, I guess I just... Oh. commissary! Both a chance to get more things and a chance to get over here. Right now we're partly maybe seeing if I just happen to get access to the... I kind of need the greenhouse, honestly. Pretty much need this west hall, yeah. And I have dice, so we can probably draw a blue room up here at least. And then if it continues forward, I can go downstairs and see if I can... Ooh, the dining room. Did we do that already? I think it just told me how many meals they make. Which is disappointing. I've done all those and they're dead ends. Awkward. The pantry's new, I'll just take it. And just end the run. Womp womp. We drew an outer room that's not very interesting, so... I'm okay with it kind of ending. We get a few notes and then move back into it and just... do a quick iterate. Fail fast. A thing that I've said a few times. And, is good at art advice I've received. Even though I'm bad at taking it. Have not been taking that advice in this run. I have definitely been failing as slowly as possible. Been doing runs at agonizing rates. Oop, hello. There is a letter missing. In quotes. Were the other ones in quotes? No. Yet all of the other blue memos are not in quotes. Entry note. I might as well fill in the remaining rooms for funsies, but it's literally impossible to place more blue rooms, so this run's kind of dead. But you might get the opportunity to do stuff like, draw the treasure trove to make it spawn even more money every run, I guess. It will haphazardly spawn some more rooms. I'm not even going to play with the security terminal. It's fine. I should have spawned the break room. Whoops. I should have... I have 80. I have so many steps. So we'll head back to the entrance hall. 2 branches left, but they're kind of useless. The primary contribution of this run is that I learned that we have an even longer path ahead of us for completing all of the notes. But I don't need to get every note, I just need to learn all the game's secrets. So if the game can just reveal to me what I don't know, then we're good. Because some of these appear to be lore, and some of these it's less clear whether or not they matter. I'm documenting all of them just in case, because then I can page through them all when I'm trying to figure stuff out, and I'm stuck again. Hey, the break room. Okay. This lets me do one of these puzzles. And gives me the chance to at least get the key card tomorrow. 7. A third of 12 is 4. Why are these like this? A third of 9 is 3. Minus a third of 3 is 1. So 2, I guess? Is that how that works? Yes. 10 plus 15 divided by 3 is 5. 5 squared is 25. That was negative, but now it's positive because of squared. Minus 20 is 5. Divided by 5 is 1. No? 3 minus 1 is 2. Bro, how many steps was this wrong at? Negative 10 minus 5 is negative 15. Let's see. 15 times 15 equals 225. 225 minus 20 is 205. 205 divided by 5 equals 41. That's not a valid option. So there must be something wrong with how this is played out. Right, duh. 10 plus 5 is, but it's negative, is negative 15. But it's a third of that, so it's negative 5. Negative 5 squared is positive 25. Positive 25 minus 20 is 5. But then we square it again, so it's 25 again. Divided by 5 is 5. Ugh. So I basically, I had it mostly right the first time and confused myself about why I was wrong, but it's because I didn't square it again after the other 20. Because this rule set's annoying like that. I can explore closed exhibit just fine. These doors ain't locked at all. Not to me. Conservatory is always good to have. It's funny because I was like barely conscious of the fact that I even have both of those already. Parlor, commonplace, vault. The vault is still rare? Make that shit common, let's go. I'm surprised the vault is still rare. I feel like I draw it all the time. Yeah, spam me with your disgusting amount of money. Let's make it standard. Slightly less common because it's dead end. Terrace, green rooms do not cost gems to draft. That's wild. I never draw this room, but I think it's because I wasn't entirely conscious of the rules of how to draw it, because it's good for my strategies at times. Nowadays, gems are rarely needed anymore, they rarely limit me anymore, but if I did need this in the early runs, what I needed to do is be conscious of the fact that it seems to be shaped in a really specific way, so the door has to always be coming from that side, which means you should only be able to draw it if you go towards the boundary of the mansion perpendicular. If I go up the walls the way I often do on the left and right, the terrace is actually impossible to draw. It's only possible to draw when you turn and go towards the wall. That's my bad. But nowadays I don't need it so much anymore, so I don't really want to make it more common. I don't know. Make it unusual, I guess, but it's kind of redundant to make it unusual even because it's already situationally unusable because it's unusual because it only spawns when you make a specific condition happen. And that's the end of the run. That's all I can accomplish for now. Let's go back to the break room. Lunchbox, some other stuff. For once I have not triggered the lunchbox, so it's actually in my inventory at the end of the run, which is unusual. Not a terrible run for picking up some items, but don't really need them this time. Learned a little something about the schoolhouse, but other than that, this is mostly just a bust. The academic villa, 3 classrooms. It's days like this where I'm like, man, if you talked less, you could get these iterations faster. Even the loading screen has the emblem. Day 70. Yeah, I think the water flashes on screen for a moment at the beginning of each day before it realizes what its height is supposed to be while it's loading in. That might have been a bug introduced by the new patch, but I'm not sure. Alrighty. There's an additional value to going through these days a little faster too, which is because we'll at some point draw the foundation again, since that stuff said it would be gone for a week. I wonder if there's other ways to get the repellent? It's in the book and everything, but it only seems to... It's only come up so far when I broke the foundation. The hovel. Do I have reason to think the hovel has any special secrets, really? I guess get the tool shed for tools. There's the watering can. Alrighty, time to spawn the library and get some books wet. Why am I doing this? Would you like some moist books? I'm wondering about the watering can. It's like that's... If still water reveals ink or tints books, then I need something that carries water. We could go for the dice. Let's go for the redraw. Commissaries can be nice. Getting the planetarium in, though, means I can guarantee getting the spawn. It's also a dice. A die. Have I put the planetarium up there yet? Yes. Do another one of these. This box is empty. This box is empty. The blue box is empty. This box is empty. Every statement with the word empty is false. But you said that. I hate sentences that keep happening in this game where they say something's false, but it applies to the statement itself, and you're like, wait. What am I supposed to think about that then? This box is empty. This box is empty. The blue box is empty. This box is empty. Every statement with the word empty is false. And the rule is that one box has only false statements, and one only has true statements. Like, that's false, but is that false? I feel like the vibe here is that the blue one is right, but I don't know. No. I needed to think about that one a little longer. I blew it. The back and forth of like, oops. Oh my god, just looking at your map makes the watering can go away. They're a little obnoxious about things disappearing from here. I see it. I should be good on gems because the watering can will give me gems. We have a few advantages. So setting it to high security because of the fact that I already have a key card this run. Nope. Got me with the time it takes for the interface to load and be interactive. Sometimes I wait enough and sometimes I don't, and everyone gets to see. Experiment setup. Gain 1 star, set your dice to 2, add a small chest to the entrance hall. Eat an apple, open a locked trunk. I think we should do locked trunk, set your dice to 2, combine. It's a way of getting more dice, and what I can do is once I get the sledgehammer, I can intentionally not, open, I can intentionally not open these chests. And then I can come open one of them at a time, each time I need one later on. There's currently one in the planetarium and one in the spare veranda. So I'm trying to spawn blue rooms later. I can intentionally try spawning them one by one. Opening one of them one by one to get the key that they give you. The dice that they give me. Wow, I'm really bad at playing out the sentences in my head while also playing the game in front of me without having the game I'm playing infect the sentence that I'm currently trying to speak, and then I just insert random keywords, sometimes literally keys, from the observable game while I'm in the middle of putting the sentence out. Every now and then people will be like, why the fuck did he say that? And it's like, oh, it's just because of my brain. Glad we could clear that up. Sometimes I catch it and sometimes I just 100% don't catch that. I just said something super weird because I'm in the middle of playing the game and like something from the game became the part of my sentence. Don't have the hammer, right? Yeah. Okay, so I now have 3 chests that I can open once I have the hammer. They are awkwardly old near the beginning of the dungeon. The mansion. I call this thing so many different words. Alright, we have an attic dead end. Yeah, if I have enough steps, I can run all the way down and do that. Okay. Oof. Oof. I think we want to be there, actually. Yeah, that and that are powered. Yep. This might have closed the red door is why I oof. So when I figure out how to open the blue door, I might have to redraw this room in order to get stuff done here again. Which would be awkward. That's a terrible use of the passageway. I'm frequently not totes sure whether or not I actually want to use the boiler room. Like whether or not the stuff that it can summon are improvements or not. That's not great. It's not great, but my layout does suck, so I kind of want it. I think I'm gonna draw summon the dark room, summon it, go back. So now I have 4 keys instead of 0 keys. So I can now get out of the security room. I do have rapidly diminishing steps, so being able to open these to increase my dice is seeming like not a good strategy because I'm not doing a good job at having steps in the first place this run. But that may turn around. Shovel. I don't like the sound of the water. I understand that water is inherently not that loud when you pour it, and especially not very loud when you pour it onto plants and like soft dirt. But the sound that they used is the water being poured on like concrete. Which is sometimes we are pouring on various flat surfaces, but the place that I'm most likely to be pouring it on is some variation of garden. Even if it's many times the deck or whatever by the garden. So, but I'm often standing on grass and dirt and I pour the water and instead of getting like a... Like there's not really any audios that would make sense because it probably wouldn't be audible. But the one they went with really just sounds like somebody peeing. It just gives that, like, water smacking against something artificial and solid and smooth vibe that just does not. The vibe is not right. Sledgehammer. Yum. Awkward shape. Oh, silver spoon might help with my step situation, and the pendant's just always good to have for future runs. Oh. And this is also the dig spot. $3 million? Or does this room have a special, like, super item you get from underground in it? Please? What is it? It's just the normal loot. Okay. That's fine. I'll use the gems at least. Oh, let me turn right. Okay, that technically works. Yeah, the conference room's bad for my goal here of trying to retrincate. This splits things up slightly, but is a little awkward to have right before rank 8. It gives me 2 chances to approach rank 8 from below. And the aquarium will have to do. As much as I would like those dice. Observatory's done, storeroom's done. Let's try a die. I literally just did the pantry, you dick. Blah, I can't reroll. The laundry room might have a spicy reroll because this is an electric spot right now. Car keys? So swap stars for money. Steps for gems, that's terrifying. Ooh, dice for keys. It'd give me 2 dice, but that's just not that good. I'll lose my ability to open things, but also might be able to quickly get dice anyway. Not right now, though. If I run all the way back down there and back up here, I probably will run out of steps, so I don't think I can really get away with my lockbox method, but the courtyard might spawn a lockbox, like it tends to do. There we go. Yeah, I was about to say, like, I can hope that I can spawn a lockbox up here, and then I'll be able to get more done there. Now I've got 2 dice. This is the direction for our goal. Already done the workshop and the pantry. Already done the clock tower. Damn, we are only drawing rooms that I've done before. The observatory lets me turn right. I have a fair number of things still listed here. Oops. How did I... Oh, I clicked on here. That's somehow never happened this whole run. Ta-da! They would still have the gallery, the freezer, the foundation, the library, the locker room, security, sauna, spare room, wine cellar, pump room, nook, dovecote, Mechanarium, drafting room, drawing room, chamber of mirrors. There are a number of blue rooms I can still spawn here unless they have weird rules that stop them from spawning in this part of the house or something. So this would be a waste of the silver key because it's going to be a dead end either way. Classroom that I've already done. I guess we'll take the Geist room for the key, the dice. At least we're making progress towards drawing the foundation again. I don't know how reasonable it's going to be to try to draw the foundation on that high rank. The dove coat. It's going to be hard to get all the way up here. I guess we'll do workshop because we've already put it on the blue. I will have, if I spawn the dining room, I will have so many steps. Trophy room going the wrong way. You gotta be kidding me, man. The break room and the trophy room both go towards the inside of the hole. This is a solid wall. You would be forgiven for thinking that this is the left wall of the facility, but it's just me crafting a perfect wall to not get anywhere. We draw the vault now. Give me a right turn. This is comical. They really did it. They just screwed me. Wild. They just refused to let me go in that entire direction. This feels improbable at some point. Friday, January the 15th. So, like, Babbage has to be coming in here, right? And just being like, here's the entire plan, and just detailing it all for me. Let's do an exciting blind draw. Oh, there's the passageway. Wow, a sleeping mask for all of my steps. Oh. He's back. Okay, so the foundation's back. Apparently. So it's time for Operation Draw a bunch of dice and try to spam the foundation on the top rank. I probably won't get to put it where I want it to be. I might just have to accept any of the spots. Oh my god, look how many steps I have all of a sudden. What do I do with these? Help! Ending on a break room makes sense. It lets me get the key card at least. And I refilled my can. If only I had some blank books, but I don't got the library. I did make the library rare, which is not ideal. I think I made the library rare, but the Nook can spawn the library, so the fact that I have that upgrade means I can get away with the library being rare because I can spawn it with the Nook still. But I'm trying to remember whether or not I made the Nook rare, because I also don't love the Nook anymore, because it's just one key and a shitty shaped room. 10 plus 2 divided by 3 is 4. 18 plus 9 is divided by 3 is 9. Oops. That didn't solve the rest of it yet, obviously. 9. But that's 9 squared, which is 81. Minus 21 is 60. Divided by 10 is 6. These are chaotic. Oh my god. Oof. 1/3 of 10 times 3 is just 10. Squared is 100. Minus 1 is 99. Divided by 11 is 9. Useless keys. Watering can. Do I have a coat check? No. I was like, maybe I should keep the watering can? Because I have not been spawning it lately. Maybe the moon pendant will keep it. Either way. Ba-doop. We are iterating. We are in the roguelike. It's funny because I've commented on, at least outside of the game, that I'm like, I think I might be done soon. Somebody was talking about being in 100 days, and I think they weren't as far as me, and I'm like, I don't think I'm going to reach 100 days. But this situation's making me doubt that. Just the fact that the way forward seems to be to play as many days as possible, as quickly as possible, has me doubting. I mean, just the simple fact that I had to spend 7 days before I could even respawn the foundation. And I did not keep track of what day it started on, so don't know when it came back. That's the first time I saw it, but it could have been in the pool already. I imagine the foundation's not very common. The trading post. That's a good way of shuffling my items around. And this is the distillery. Hello. What's up? You weren't there before. I've looked in you before and you didn't have water, right? Is that the still water? Still water tints blank books. Did they wait for me to get that clue before revealing this? What was the trigger for that? Because it was me. They don't know I solved the clue. How did I get the clue again? That was... the family core is opened by the sum of its digits. So that was me opening Vault 53 with key 8. So I guess based on that, the moment I solved that vault, they could add the water and just wait for me to figure out the connection there, I guess. Damn it. I want to adjust the rarity of rooms, but I also want the dice. But maybe I can make the foundation more common. That'd be nice. Their veranda is common. Study, unusual. Let's see redraw with gems, though. Which the more gems I get, the more powerful this does get. The rotunda's probably powerful enough that it being rare is a bad idea. I just don't like the rotunda. I don't like waiting for it, obviously. I don't like waiting for anything in any game, basically. I just do not enjoy the experience. It's easy to be like, it's to denigrate people for being impatient or whatever, but it's like, I just don't want to sit here and wait for this animation to play every time. So it just makes me not like the entire room. But I'm like, it is a four-way... It is another four-way hallway with a gimmick. Admittedly, a dangerous one, where if you don't enter and exit from the same direction as last time, then you might find that it's no longer open, for your purposes. Okay, I've got a few that I can open with the sledgehammer now. Hey, the commissary. We like the sledgehammer. We like the running shoes. I'll take some gems, sure. I don't know what to do with my money anyway. We... Skadoosh. Skadoosh. That's the good shit right there is what that is. Alright, security, sure. That's the wrong menu item. If there's ever been a moment where I more wanted a macro that just does the thing I want. If keycard equals yes, do this outcome, then log into thing. Although I'd still have to wait for these animations. What always throws me for a loop for a moment is that I log into the online bit, which feels like remote access, and then I have to then separately ask for remote access. So I have to remind myself that I'm doing logging to a thing twice. 1 to my allowance, set your dice to 2. Permanently increase your lockpicking skills. Let's do upgraded floor plan lockpicking skills just to get that upgraded some more. I don't want to... I'm cautious about set your dice to 2 right now, just because I don't know how many... Like, I already have 2 dice right now. And there are opportunities to increase my dice. I'm just worried I'm going to be trying to stop... there's the foundation. Trying to hold out and have you be a high rank thing, but we'll see. Putting on your foundation to match your tone. It's what you told me. Should be nothing here yet. Let's not leave that gap back there. Dead end, please. Storeroom is fine. Gonna get so good at lockpicking. But yeah, I'm worried that I might be able to successfully stock up on dice, but then lose a lot of that benefit by having it being reset down to 2 over and over again. Given the options that I was given there. Awkward hallway shapes. I feel like given these options, I might as well just draw the closet. Because it gives me another die. Yeah. I guess that is an upgraded room. I literally don't even remember which rooms are upgraded at this point because there's so many of them. Let's get the rumpus room out of my deck. I've been drawing it more lately, which is a little surprising. Right now in particular, I'm like, please stop drawing the rumpus room on rank 8 when I specifically am done with it. Yeah, we're done with him. He has no more news from me, apparently. Kind of lonely. He's like the only person that talks to me. Oh! the announcements. God, more dice. I made the right call. Imagine if these were resetting every single time. Yep, this works out. Get the dice again. I think I want to tunnel my way right up to the middle. Right beneath the antechamber. And then I just want to, Wine cellar's not been used yet, so I shouldn't place it here. Sure. I want to tunnel right up. I had the silver spoon from last run. Damn. In addition to the key card and stuff. I want to tunnel up right underneath the antechamber and place the foundation right there. So if I can spam some dice, that'd be nice. And right now my goal is to fill as much of the layout as possible before I get there. Preferably with... this is not great. Guess I'll get more dice. But now I'm down to 1 doorway, which simplifies my way forward a little bit, but also means that I'm a little worried that... Where am I going? I'm a little worried going forward that I might have to use some of my dice just to not die. I guess the corridor's fine. Centering ourselves slightly. Please give me a 4-way door, though, or something. Oof. Getting a little dire. Oh, the observatory goes up. Okay, good. More gems. I don't think I want more dead ends right now. Especially since one of my goals is to draw the foundation at that rank, and so I don't want to make it rarer by making dead ends more common. But here's a dead end anyway. Alright, so workshop and attic have both been placed in the final rank already. Hello, battery. I just got like... Huh. I think I just got 20 steps from Silver Spoon, but it did not give me another 20 steps. As I might have expected. I thought it would give me 20 more... Sorry, I got 20 for the lunchbox, but not 20 for Silver Spoon. I've already placed the den up there, so I'll take its chance to split. Yeah, we're currently trying to play as many blue rooms that I've already used on the rank 8 before. Pantry. Yeah, I've used the pantry. Have I used the utility? I have used utility closet. I've made remarkable progress, I think, at clearing out every option for the 8th rank. Am I there yet? No, I'm not there yet. We don't want the dead end, so I'll go with the kitchen. Club sandwich. Okay, well, now I don't have to worry about steps anymore. Having the absurd Silver Spoon effect multiplier and having them discounted to the price of 1 is just wildly silly. I have done the boiler room. This is kind of the ideal outcome, so I'm now going to turn north. I'm not going to turn on the foundation, because that would be... I'm not going to turn the power on, because that would make the foundation rarer, because I don't think it has ducts. And now I'm just going to spam these dice. See how lucky I get. I said that, but it would have been nice if you just gave it to me first, on my first try. Alright, so these are all blues that I've done before. The drawing room would be new, and also is well shaped for this run. So me holding out for the foundation is not ideal right now. I've got so many dices. Mail room? I've done that one before, I think. I remember searching that room. Drafting studio is also new. Is this where I learn regret? So much regret. None of these are blue. The parlor. Couldn't just give it to me, could you? If I place the wine cellar, I lose access to the entire right side. I'm running out of dice completely, and it's not drawing the foundation for me. I've done the trophy room. I just wanted to believe. Okay, wine cellar. Are you just gonna give me the answer to the thing I already solved? Treasure? The treasure room is now in here. It's a map pointing to the room I'm already in. Got it. That's deeply silly. I don't think I have a shovel. Leave me alone, treasure map. I know. Stop shaming me. Looking for the blue note. Hammer now. Where did they hide it in here? Whenever I'm looking for these, I feel the need to periodically apologize to my audience because I'm like, they spotted already, didn't they? I bet they did. Oh. The numerals below the coat of arms are 4 different numbers, not 1. Yeah, okay. Helpful clue, though, but it's the one that I figured out already, more or less. Wine cellar note saved. Yeah, MCCXIII is how I ended up doing it for the numerical core thingy. I just kind of tried to split it evenly. I'm like, M's a giant number, I'll make that one the one that's on its own, I guess. And I guess that turned out to be intuitive enough. Alright, so I did not get to place the foundation where I wanted to. Oh. I'm out of keys. No. I don't have a lockpick. So can't make it like a super lockpick. Commissary didn't sell me any keys. Wow. Never got to use my key card. Never placed a break room this run. Wow. Yeah, we hard ran out of keys. I guess I'll go to security and ask it if there's any keys in the layout. At least we got to do a blue room, but damn. What an ineffective run overall. Nope, 0 keys in the entire layout. That's it. I never found the, Yep. Alright. I never found the watering can, so I don't get to try to use it on the distillery. See what's up with this water. It's stilled water. Distilled water. It's gotta be what they're going for. It's time for some vicious RNG, some of it altered by me to be worse, some of it altered by me to be better. But this definitely feels like we're in the part of the game where it's like, oh, no, the actual randomization does pose a bit of an obstacle, because we kind of might not have the broadest series of crazy mysteries to solve like I originally did. Because part of what makes it okay is how much crazy stuff you can have in play. The tools, yeah, the shrine's pretty good. Let's see. It's, yeah, if I pay 13, that gives me the monk blessing. And that's a weird ass blessing. 13, confirm. And the fact that it has lasts 3 days. It's locked and it should stay that way. Right, I can't open it unless I bring a key or a sledgehammer, I believe. It has a little lock that's sticking out. I think that's the stone part of the throne room puzzle, but I need to have a scepter still. At this point, it's starting to feel kind of shameful how long I've had access to the Ares key and I've not figured out where to put it. Okay. Fucked up math. I have no idea what that means. What could that symbol mean? What does the Pepsi symbol mean? I don't understand. So 3 divided by 2, but not. Because it's this thing. Also, you can't divide 3 by 2 normally, so this is up to something 1, 2. It's 2. 3 purple squiggle 2 is 2. Okay. So 3 divided by 2. Is it that? Let's go back. Yes, 3 divided by 2. Then a circle that does this equals 2. Three divided by 2, then that equals 2. 3 divided by 2 is 1.5. And then squiggle equals, I have no idea. No idea what this one's going for, honestly. Okay. So 20 minus 1/3. And then this little fucker equals, let's find out. So 10 to 2, 15 to 3, 15 to 4, 15 to 5, 15 to 6, 15 to 7, 15 to 8, 15 to 9, 15 to 10, 15 to 11, 15 to 12, 15 to 13, 15 to 14, 15 to 15, 15 to 16, 15 to... I hope I didn't, like, do it correctly once by accident and then not register that I was right. 18 to 19, 18 to 20. It's 20. Okay. 15 to... Okay, so this is 20. 20... So it's just times 3? It's just a squiggle that means times 3 for some reason? Three divided by 2, but the 2 is times 3, so it's 3 divided by 6. No. Because here it's 20 minus... It's 20 minus 1. Minus 1/3. So it's like... Even that doesn't make sense. Right, because if the minus 1/3 was multiplied by 3, it would be minus 1. And so the answer would be 19, not 20. Somehow... I don't know. It's canceling out the minus 1/3? because the answer is just 20. Like, we start with 20, then this minus 1/3, because this means divided by 3, then somehow this cancels out the minus 1/3. Not even, and it's like not even like turning it into 1, because it being fractions, and I'm like, oh, does it cancel it out to like being 1 or what? No, it's because we're not multiplying it. We're subtracting by that much, so if it was 1, it would be 19. So we're getting rid of the 1/3. We're setting it to 0 somehow. And this one's 2. In both cases, the thing in part 2... Well, no, this one's not being canceled out. This one's 3 divided by 2, and then the answer's 2, not 3. So it's not like it's undoing the phase. Because if it's getting rid of the 2, then the answer would be 3, but the answer's 2. It also cannot be setting it to 0, because if we divide by 0, we get an undefined number. Can't divide by 0. But the only way to be 20 minus something equals 20 is for the subtracted value to be 0. Like, you cannot be adding or subtracting anything. I have no idea, man. I have no idea what they're going for with these. It's frustrating just because, like, I don't... Even having seen, like, the classroom, I'm like, I don't get what the stuff is. They made it very frustrating to learn these mechanics because it's like... I don't think there's anything that just tells you how they work. Maybe I can get this room to be rank 8 and that'll give me an answer. No, we've already had this room be rank 8 and all it did was tell me that they can happen more than once. What the fuck does the Pepsi symbol mean? In one equation, it seems to be setting that part of the equation to 0, and the other one it's not. Or it's undoing it somehow. Like plus 1/3? But it's not plus 1/3, it'd be silly. I don't know, is it multiplying that phase by 1/3? 3 divided by 2, but the 2 is divided by 1/3, is multiplied by 1/3 or divided by 3. It'd be 2 over 3. I just don't see any way to... Yeah, I don't know. 20 minus something has to not be 20, but it is 20, which means it has to somehow be becoming 0. But the only way to make 1/3 0 when you're applying an effect to it is either to add exactly 1/3 to it, or to actually multiply by 0, which would make it go away. But you can't be doing that because the other equation is dividing by 2 with this stuff. So like if 2 became 0, then it would be undefined. And if it was just adding 1/3 to the value, then it'd be 2 1/3, or 7 over 3. If you divide 3 by 7 over 3, then it'd be... don't you flip it or something? I have not done this kind of math for 100 years. Wouldn't it be 9 over 7? Which would not be 2. I have no fucking clue. I have no idea. They use a completely alien way of denoting this stuff, which gives you like nothing to go on for what they mean. So the only way you can solve it is to look at the equations and the results and work backwards from there. But the information currently being presented to me doesn't like correlate with anything. This seems contradictory. I cannot insert any kind of particular value to figure out what it was. Which is a little wild compared to the previous thing being all about just being 1/3. Like, it's so straightforward. And then, like, in the concept here, like, you expect these to be like a really particular function, like multiply, divide, square root, or whatever. Squared. But then one of them's just 1/3? Why would that be a dedicated symbol just for being 1/3 of something? Like, what a weird... You already have the function of dividing by 3, so why do we have to create a 1/3 function? So no, we're going for that one. Okay. So shrine will let us rest somewhere to make it outside. We have tried the foundation and the antechamber to a variety of results. I will not be doing the foundation again. That took a long time to recover from. We've got some dice. Surprisingly, none of the rooms that spawned were powered. I guess that increased chance only goes so far. Do not have... That's brutal. Do I use the dice? Could risk it. We can still go back here and try to draw security. But we are confronting the idea that some of my changes to the RNG may have not been the best ideas. Which isn't that surprising. Security. But the terrifying thing is that if you do fuck up your entire deck, there's no easy way to unfuck it besides just happening to draw those same rooms again and changing your mind. Alright, so right now one of my best chances might be to use the corner to brute force the RNG with the rook system to get the breaker room. Gain a star, 2 dice, lockpicking skill. I don't want to do the upgraded floor plan dice, honestly. I don't think that upgraded floor plans are marked. You just have to remember which ones have changed. And some of them are subtle because they just changed the rewards a little bit. Oof. Not great, but I just gave myself carte blanche to spam RNG a little bit. Oh yeah, this just stays open. The conservatory. I'd like to, but right now I think I kind of need to spam until I get lucky and draw the, This is interesting. I have redraw from the rook and redraw from the dice. It's not showing a redraw from the drawing room, which is the room I'm actually in. We're hoping for the breaker. Yeah, there we go. Utility closet. Because this will open up multiple of the rooms that are currently stopping me from going anywhere. As much as the conservatory is good in the long term, or not, could be ruining my life. You be the judge of that. There's probably mixed opinions, honestly. That is how it usually do. I'm usually being told simultaneously that I'm very stupid and forgetful and doing everything wrong, and that I'm an ultra genius, and how did you do that so fast? You must be cheating or something. And all these happen at the same time. Okay. A decently opened up layout. I don't think I particularly want powered rooms right now. Oof. Okay, dice. I'm up to 4, which I will lose. I got distracted by dice, but we have to remember that I can't actually use the dice. Double my keys if I have 2 hallways. I have the aquarium, and that's it, I think. I think that's the one room that counts. Some help going north doesn't hurt. The showroom is technically helpful right now. Silver spoon for steps or moon pendant. The den gives me some openness. Kind of hoping to spawn a blue room that points right a little bit. The vault and the pantry. I've already done the vault, I've already done the pantry. Redraw. Surprisingly didn't lose my dice on the way here. Classroom we've already done. Walk-in closet, already done. Rumpus room, already done. Damn. Storeroom. It exclusively gave me rooms that I've already done. And there are a number of remaining ones. Oh, I do need to cross out spare room. We can't get the spare room because it turned green. Given this, I'll do the cloister of arena so it opens up my layout. At least gives me 2 chances to spawn 2 more blue rooms on this row from here, if I'm lucky. And it gave me 2 more dice. So yeah, I'll try my best at the RNG, but there's no reason to be too precious with what rooms I get to spawn, because whatever is actually new is good. The reading nook. Okay. What to do? Did I already do nook? No, I've not done nook yet. And this will spawn the library, I believe. In a way that ruins my life. Thanks. Have I spawned the library up here yet? No. Getting the nook and the library to both spawn on this row is going to be pretty hard. Bruh. I don't have a watering can. And we also, our outdoor room is... It is... What is it? It's the shrine. So... kind of useless. If I want to get to the far right room, I have to get there from the closed exhibit, might not be ideal either. The closet can give me unique items that might help. Rabbit's foot. Got some shoes. Let's hope we can fill the other two in over here. Oh. I do have the shovel for this. Yeah. Dig. What do I do with 8 gems? Okay. Still not sure if it's purely RNG or not. We've done the den. Done the closet. I have 2 dice this time. We've done all these rooms. The rotunda. Oh! Oh! Okay. The library seems like a pretty rare outcome. I think it's literally set to rare, so it's spawning via pure RNG right now is pretty good. The rotunda can wait. I just made the rotunda more common. Spoiled for choice all of a sudden. Searching this room for a blue note is going to be agony if it's not just sitting on the table or something. On the bottom of one of the stairs. Oh, this is a big room. Did they hide it near key item locations? Could have hoped. Okay. I have never had more of an urge to look something up than just being faced with the prospect of having to look for this note in this room. Like, oh, there it is. Oh, it's just out in the open, basically. If you have a hall pass, bookshop will be more likely to be drawn while drafting in the library. Okay, so this was useless. Interesting to know, I guess. Typos. Alright, library note. At least I don't have to worry about this room, because the library is reasonably rare, and I don't know when I was going to get the chance to spawn it up here, so at least there's that. But, wow, what a deeply irrelevant piece of advice. One, because I've obviously already finished with the dove coat. That's one of those we want to keep. These are all dead ends, damn. Give me your nonsensical amount of keys, I guess. One, because I already bought every single thing in the entire bookstore, so we don't care about the bookstore. And it's not even a thing we want to spawn right now, because the bookstore is also a store, so it's not blue. Like, the bookstore just has a usefulness that expires, which is only a handful of rooms are like that, but it's weird that they exist in a way. But it's also pretty useless because what the fuck do you mean the hall pass? The hall pass is like the rarest item in the entire game besides, I guess, the, here, one more chance to spawn something up here. The spray go away item. I forgot what it's called. The repellent. Let's dig down first and see what additional blue rooms I can remove from my deck. This den, which will also open up my layout to help me get rid of more of them. I also think, oh yeah, I don't have dice right now, and so I can also generate dice in the process of this. Code check. Currently has nothing there. My laboratory. Yeah, we've already spawned the laboratory before. Do I have any beep beeps? I don't have any beep beeps. Did they stay? I thought they went away. This machine requires additional power piped in from the boiler room. That's a blue note, right? I didn't miss the blue note. Rotunda's one of the ones I want to have stick around, potentially. Now I want to check another blue room where I remember where its note was to see if it's stuck around. Am I mistaken and this was a note that was always here? I don't remember. Did it call out the boiler room originally? I never grabbed this gem. Bonus struggle though is, do I remember where the notes were in any of these rooms to double check them? Let's see here. Then, going by the perspective of my screenshot, it should be like right here. Yeah, I think it was right here. Okay, so this could be a big deal. Nope. Ah. Minimize windows so I can see my other stuff. Okay. I am a little paranoid that note was maybe always here. Did it really call out the boiler room up front before I even knew about the boiler room? I don't know. Or is there like a silliness where some of these notes stick around and other ones don't? I don't want to waste a bunch of time looking for a thing. It's not gonna be... Hell! Oh! I didn't even realize that an item spawned... That... Damn, okay. Okay, here's a good question, though. Lab. Yes, okay, so I did consider that to be the lab note. Okay, I'm being silly. If the note... yeah, I need to find evidence that the note sticks around. Let's see, the coat check. Wasn't it like over here? Oops. Because if I don't have evidence that it sticks around, then I don't know why I'm checking the laboratory, because it should be gone, obviously. I need to find additional evidence that they stick around, and that would indicate that maybe that one is the coat check. It is the one. But otherwise, I may have never found the note in the library because there was another blue note, because blue notes just exist sometimes. I think. Okay, the kennel. There was a note that said everybody's names. It was like right here, right? I'm gonna add a question mark to the laboratory. Because I may have... And I don't know, maybe I can check my old footage for that. Uppy. I should check my old footage and find out. Because maybe that blue note was always there, in which case I need to put the blue note, the library, on that level again to see what I missed. Because I think I went in the... Which this might have happened elsewhere too, like... Blue notes can exist, so what if I just straight up fail to identify what the new note is versus the old one? Yeah, get the vault out of the way. We've already placed that one before. Beep, 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 beep. Hello, that mess. That was a process. That's one of those moments where like the work I do off camera to set up the problem solving process is itself more time consuming than me solving the puzzle. Alright, let's do the grunt work for a minute. Alright, I have fully sealed off. No, I haven't. I have the key. Yeah, I have the key card and the closed exhibit. Uh-oh. Oh boy. I'm down to 14 steps. So I might not be able to get back up there. Do I commit? 1, 2. I'm here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can get back up there and enter that bit. Then my run will end. Or I go 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to get here. And then I can go this way. And that'll give me the space to draw any of the food rooms, which would save the run. And also give me access to this particular spot. And then I can come back to do this one. That's the highest reward, but it's risky. I guess we'll just see if it works or not. Do I have the garden key? I do not have the garden key. I have the lucky rabbit's foot. I don't know if that affects food spawns. Did I do anything that would spawn? Nope. Okay, so first of all, I have to hope that I can do a left turn. If they give me terrible spawns here, then the run's just immediately over. Okay. Yeah. The casino's pretty acceptable. So I'm running out of steps. Currently just kind of hoping that they will spawn me something that lets me buy steps or something. 2 dice, that's potentially promising. The dining room, okay. Very awkwardly shaped house. I'm currently making a super hallway, again, where I then need to try to go south on the other side in a terrible way. And we have salt for +1, which isn't that great, but whatever. Alright, there we go. Alright, so dining... This is paid off. I should be more than perfectly capable of getting back now. This kind of sucks, but I should probably keep going. Because I wanted to be able to use the dice on the 8th rank. That was part of my goal. Oof. Yeah, it's just gonna not let me go into any of those 3 rooms. Alright, well, that's fine. Alright, let's try to summon a blue room I haven't done yet. Ooh, office? I've done the office before. I remember searching for the mail room. Okay, redraw. Those are the wrong rooms. Oof. Trophy room and storeroom. Yeah. Done both of those. I guess I'll go for the trophy because it has the upgrade. Is there anything that determines what type of chest it is? $208 for some reason. Okay. So just gotta run all the way back now, but we're doing good now, at least. We should... Only one box is true. The black box contains the gems. The blue box contains the gems. They can't be both true, because the gems can only be in one box. But if this box is true, and only one box is true, then if one of these is true, then that'd be two, and then it'd be false. There's like multiple states here. It could be false because multiple boxes were true, but both these boxes can't be true at the same time. But if it's true and one of these is true at the same time, then that's a mess. So, but it can't be no boxes are true. So then I assume this is somehow only true. I don't know if it can be only true if it's only referring to itself, but this says black and this says blue. So I'm gonna say it's in the white box because that's the remaining box type. And that I'm saying that both of these are false, and it's in the white one. Does that make sense? It did. Okay. I don't have any. I probably won't even use these gems, but I get to have them. I get to be correct on camera for a minute while everything else in my life is out of order. And let's do a big spin. More allowance, please. Oh. I really thought I went into the $300. The fact that they make the ball always... It seems to always go in when it's facing the other direction. So you don't know what it did. Is funny. It's like I keep thinking I know where it went. Okay, so I went through all this, and I did successfully retrieve... I got steps, which was part of the goal. But I did not accomplish my goal of actually placing a blue room up there, which is part of why I did the gamble, was to be able to place a blue room up there and then also up here. But also, the big detour I went on was to get dice, and I don't have any dice, so now I'm returning diceless in addition. That's fun. Don't really need the master key. Don't really need anything in specific. Attempts were made. Clap, clap. Attempts were made. Clap, clap. But I am cringe. Clap, clap. I went the wrong way. Thank God we're not preciously going down step by step right now, I guess. Like earlier. The pool? I've done the pool. The planetarium, I believe I've also done. So all that work for nothing. It's just the ones we already had access to from before. Waka Waka. Planetarium, I could rest here for 2 thingies, but I'd probably want to do the break room thing. Oh, look at dice. As if to taunt me at this point. Oh, look at all these steps I don't know what to do with now. Oh, so many dice, thank goodness. No! Yeah, because I've done planet before. Where was the note for planet? Where'd they even hide it? The Inkwell is not the largest constellation. Wait. I don't remember that. Oh my god, I'm such a mess. Planetarium note, save. Did I fucking... I don't have this one. I have it crossed out. Did I summon it on this room, then get distracted? I probably got distracted by the fact that I did the telescope thing and then didn't write down the note. And now by pure chance, I've done this. Do I care about the Inkwell constellation? I unfortunately don't have a telescope, so I can't get the last planet. I think we're down to the last one, too. Man. I really, like, fuck up my order of operations and mess up basic things sometimes. Alrighty, so that's kind of a dead run. 3 blue rooms, one of which I thought I did before. None of them were very interesting. Weirdly thematic, being the reading nook and the library, but placed separately. when I was just talking about needing the reading nook to get the library. No sign of the foundation at all, which is awkward. Admittedly, with the shortcut I have, the foundation doesn't necessarily serve that much of a purpose outside of being a shortcut into the underground, because we do have a way of getting there on my own. I'm really curious about the treasure trove. I want to try something. Because earlier I asked myself... Let's go this way, I guess. I asked what causes the chest to be different. Because I don't know what's up with the treasure trove specifically. I should probably buy one of these. In case it persists. Master key. The treasure trove has a weird chest with weird clues. And I know that it keeps being a different chest. But I don't know if I've ever correlated what causes the chests to be different. Is it pure RNG, or is there something going on? So I'm making a bit of a leap right now, but it's just about the fact that the game usually has a method to its madness, and like frequently has systems you can interact with on purpose and so on. And I'm spending way too long trying to figure out how to correlate the Ares key to anything. I'm curious if there is a trick to this one. Because I want to know if any of the chests look like the Ares key. And I can correlate this by going down here. Shit. There's no pump room this run. I did raise the water level back up because I finished down there. What do the chests look like? Okay, here we go. You can't get away from me that easily because I have previous footage. What do we have here? Let's do colors. So we have white, blue, red, black. Are those the only color types? Maybe. That doesn't seem to mean much. But what about the symbols? Let's wait for me to get back down there. So, oh right. This is footage, by the way, from when I was cleaning out all of them with the keys. In case that wasn't clear. Like, I have previous footage of this place. I can just check. Okay, we have a sun as a symbol. These notes are evil. Okay, we have, waves? I guess I'll call them. Probably flame. That's probably flame. Moon. Sun again. Moon. Waves. Moon. Sun. Moon. Is that it? Sun, moon, and waves? Probably flame. Are there only 3 symbols on these? I definitely thought there might be more. So it's 4 colors and 3 symbols. That does not really do anything interesting math-wise. and the number of combinations you have is like 12 outcomes. And close that. 12 outcomes is not anything particularly specific. Do I just try it anyway? I'd be wasting a whole day. It's a black room. Yeah, I don't know what else to do. I think I'm gonna go. I would like to have more intel before I waste a whole day on it, because then I don't have access to other things in that particular spawn. But I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck to do in this game sometimes, and in this case we have a weird chest that's like a weird persistent thing, and its hints just don't seem relevant to anything, so I'm just like, what are they going for? And the room itself is black, one of 2 black rooms, and the Ares key is black. Maybe that's enough to go on? So maybe if I move the room to the outer area, maybe it'll spawn like an Ares chest in the black room, and then I use the black key in the black room to spawn the special thing. It's worth checking, I guess. At this point, these runs are so flippant of me just kind of like running up to a place and cashing in some more blue rooms and hoping that they mean something. That, for all I know, I'm just gonna waste this time anyway. I have been wondering, like, do I edit this part of the playthrough down? Do I keep all this footage in of me just kind of like trying to find things? I think I have technically found a new note. A new blue note basically every run. At least there's that. Day 73. But I think that the finishing this series is turning into a thing for diehards, and I don't know how much people are still watching by this point. But I think that's also the experience of beating the game. So that's what happens too. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we still have 8. Every time I get a new achievement in this game, it gets more and more of a rare score, because Steam tells you what percentage of people have each achievement, and they're glowing at this point. The newer achievements just glow, like, oh my god, you got that? That's insane, no one gets that. Root Cellar and Hovel are trash, so I guess at least I'm not wasting that much. I guess it could have spawned instead of something else. You know, the money still works, so you have to start the run with unfathomable riches, but that only makes me more sad over time that the money doesn't do anything. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's definitely it. Huh. That's the Black Mirror. I guess that's my bad for not correlating that sooner, that it's the black room. Yeah. Because the goal is to make black... We're trying to make black symbols fly. The black flag. Oh, this way. Right? Yep, there's the black elevator. It's always the Black Mirror. So our goal is to make the... He said that he wants the black flags to fly once again over this nation. And they have the black throne room hidden inside of his castle. Which, given that we now know the family are runaway royals, that like he married into the royal family of runaways. Yeah, that's this way. I guess that all makes sense now. He married into the family of royal runaways. The throne room that of the deposed monarchs is in his house. I have to do it. Oh god, I have to do the puzzle again. Hang on a minute. Where did I even keep the clues for this? Is it in my physical notes or is it in my screenshots? Book anagrams, drawing locations. Castle? It's probably in the castle folder. No items of currency. Indian grave among 8 or more giant. That's not helpful. Canceling clues. Oh. 6 add 6 Tor Lorette. 109. There it is. Okay, so. $109. Add 6. Counterclockwise towards east. There we go. Whew! I was like, hang on a minute, shit. I haven't done this for a while. Key of Ares. A key crafted with an infused second era gold and soot black onyx adorned with the original insignia of the Ares family crest. Okay. I'm hoping that the Scepter's in here, because it's the black rooms, the black treasure trove, and the black throne. And in particular, my goal is to get the crown, the scepter, and the stone all to the throne room. Ah. But these items are blue, aren't they? The crown's blue, or red. I think they mean the blue crown because it's fancy. Is the stone blue? It might not be. If I'm using a black key in a black room, what color's the scepter gonna be? Is it gonna be blue scepter despite that? I don't know if I fully follow the color theory at that point. Or is it gonna be a clue? It'd be pretty bad if it was the scepter, because don't I need this room I need this room to be the tomb. So that I can draw, so I can get the stone. So I can't have this be here. Oh, there it is. There wasn't even animation for using the key. An Ajiran Royal Scepter. When you pick up Royal Scepter, choose a color. Floor plans of the chosen color are more common today. If you call it a day in a room matching the chosen color, Royal Scepters will not be lost at the end of the day. Oh. Okay. What do I do with this run? Blue? Make blue more common today? And then I guess if I just rest in a blue room, I keep it? Okay. Treasure Trove was the right call. Now, what room am I gonna send to the front next? Because this has been... The Blessing of the Monk is unhinged. I think it's only... I think I've only ever had like 2 or 3 blessings. Because ever since I found the Blessing of the Monk, I've been using it constantly because it's like... It's such a weird, unique power that does wild things in the game. Because now the pressure is on to not lose the Royal Scepter. They really did make the blue rooms more common. Because this kind of scary thing about the Royal Scepter is that I have to do all this to get it. I could get a coat check to keep it, otherwise there's this effect. You don't lose it if you call it a day in the same room. I don't know if that means it's gonna be, like, put in the entrance hall. Like, do I get to pick it up again? Because if you can pick it up again, you can change its color. But if you can't pick it up again, then I'm a bit worried. Okay, how much more common did it make blue? Oh my goodness. It doth not fuck around. Okay. It's making blue rooms spawn exclusively. It doesn't say that, right? It says more common. That's technically true. They're upsettingly common at the moment. Jeez. I've placed the mailroom before, so sure. Now my current concern is that I might need to get across the entire layout of this room up to rank 8 using only blue rooms, and I don't know how feasible that is. There should be more than enough of them. Ooh, the mechanarium would be a dead end. The den is bad. Yeah, the mechanarium would be currently be— oh, this is weird. This is like a comically powerful item. It's also kind of scary because of how much it's messing up my everything. Alright, well, I'll just try to navigate all the way up the map while exclusively placing the rooms that I've already placed. Oh god. Yeah, this will give me 3 more gems than I started with. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to turn right. I don't have a reroll either. No, that's it. Uh-huh. Wow. Scary, scary item. I'll spawn the break room, because then I can rest in the break room, which will give me 2 items. It'll give me the scepter, and it'll give me the, the thingy, the security card. Is it gonna hit me with the same thing that I have no idea what to do with yet? Yeah. I don't know if I'll be able to proceed and reach rank 40 to get the trophy on this thing, because I just don't understand the math that it wants of me next. And I don't want to just sit here and brute force it every time. Okay, it gave me 1 green room. I wonder if being by the wall here and it removing all right turns created like a restriction. The clock tower will give me keys based on all of the rooms that have that effect on it, which includes the break room. Yep, this workshop and stuff would have been handy a little sooner, because it would have made it so that the mechanarium would have had doors. Freezer's pretty good. That keeps my money for next run. Okay. We keep the money for next run. And so next run I will spawn with a key card, a scepter, 222 gold, and 7 gems. That seems good. So you're set to blue. This is a blue room, so if I sleep in here, if you call a day in a blue room, Royal Scepter will not be lost at the end of the day. I hope that works. Call it. Huh. impactful day, but literally the smallest layout I've ever made. I think that's fair enough, in that it hit me with a... Fair enough, it's fair that... It's reasonable that I fucked up that bad, because that is a devastatingly powerful thing. Wow. Suddenly being exclusively able to generate blue rooms makes it very hard to get anywhere, especially if you can't rotate them. I think there's basically no four-way blue rooms, and a significant number of them are just like turning left and right and dead ends, which means that you'd quickly run out of options altogether. Yeah, I think I have 0... Yeah, interestingly, if you look at my layout, I have 0 broken doors. All of them match up. So I perfectly spent every branching path with a dead end eventually. Nope, that den. The den is pointing into the mail room, never mind. Womp womp. But 4 tomorrow rooms, so that means I have 222 gems, 222 gold, 7 gems, 4 keys because of that effect, and the key card, and the scepter. I'm hoping the scepter spawns in the entrance hall and is optional to pick up. I'll want to pick it up every run, and then set it to a thing and sleep in the matching room. But I don't know if I'm gonna want it to be active all the time. Like, in my current strategy of getting to rank 8, I might want to build to rank 8, then pick up the scepter, then set it to blue mode, and then try to place the best things to go forward with. That's a strategy. But if it's in my inventory already, then I'm like, do I have to immediately pick a color? Like, this might be really hard to navigate. And if it's going to be this challenging, I'll probably just have to do a bunch of, like, very, very short runs like this one, where I'm just stuck with it until I can draw a coat check. And then I'll put it in the coat check. And then I'll leave it in the coat check until I draw the shrine again, because then I can do a run where I try to place a coat check and a throne room and reach room 46 while the shrine is active, which is a lot of coincidences, unfortunately. But if I do all of that, then I can get the crown from I can get the crown from the room 46. I can get the stone from the shrine, and then pick up the scepter from coat check once the throne is already placed, and then it can't ruin my life while I'm trying to get there, because this is immediately apparently a relic that is very difficult to manage. So we'll see if I can handle that. Let's see. The good news is I found the Key of Ares. The bad news is I still can't do the chess puzzle to get the knight back so I can slash gem costs again. Because if I lose the scepter, I think I need to unlock it again from that chest, which would require me to then do the shrine to sleep in it to get there, and hope that it's out there, and then use the Key of Ares to get it back. So the Key of Ares still needs to be available, unless the game changes its mind and just puts the scepter in that room from now on. But I'm not going to bet on that. We're trying to figure out how to open the blue door, so I don't know how to do that still. Planetarium telescope, still water tints blank books. I think for still water tints black books, they want me to take the watering can and get the distilled water, and then take it to the library. Bruh. Okay. We're down to, like, we currently have like 4 objectives to juggle. And I still have the looming thing of, like, if I can ever figure out the Baron's Baffler or translate that Orion note, which I've gleaned some information from, but still haven't translated the rest of, and I don't know if there's more to get there, if it's just a nice message that conveys that one piece of information that you are the heir, or if it has more going on. But oh, I don't have the brain for that stuff. Alright, I'm gonna take a break because this has been like 2 hours of this stuff again. Whew.